Welcome to Get to Know Barrington and Beyond, where I have the opportunity to interview some of our many hardworking small business owners here in Barrington, in the East Bay, and beyond. And today I have the pleasure of meeting with Mariana Silva Buck, who is the owner of Little Maven Lemonade, and also is the brains and the brawn behind what is going to be a reoccurring event in Barrington called Community at the Cove.
Courtyard at the Cove.
Excuse me, Courtyard at the Cove, which is the basis is bringing the community together. So Mariana, thank you so much for joining me today. And let's start with Little Maven Lemonade. And prior to that, what brought you to the area?
Thank you so much for having me, first of all. I really appreciate the opportunity in this space. And Little Maven started with my daughter's idea of having a little lemonade stand. But we used to live in Massachusetts in a very, very small town, in the last house on a dead-end road. So I figured the poor thing would never have a chance of having a successful lemonade stand. And I have a background in marketing and business development, so I started kind of looking into ways where I could still have her participate and have the experience of a little lemonade stand, but perhaps we needed to move, bring it somewhere else. And how was I going to do that? So I started to look into little bottles, and I figured if we did that way, we could go down the street, or we could go to the next town over and then set up that way. And that's kind of like how it started. And then from there, we started getting friends and other people asking us to come and become vendors and participate in their events because they thought it was super cute. And I was like, okay, this was never like my dream in a million years. And then now it just, as we grew and as things transitioned, we became then, the idea kind of clicked of our differentiator would be to create recipes from different countries, because I'm Brazilian. So at home, I was always making the Brazilian limeade, and my daughter was like, why don't we sell this instead of the boring lemonade? I'm like, why don't we sell both? And then looking around at all of our friends, I have friends from all over the world, and I was like, wonder what they drink, and start asking and researching. And then that's how the idea was born. I'm like, okay, this is gonna be our thing.
That's amazing.
We'll replicate recipes from different countries, or we'll infuse with an ingredient from a different country.
Okay.
And really bringing back to basics, expanding the tables instead of building walls, and starting the conversation about we all make lemonade. We just make it a little bit different, and that's okay.
I love it.
And I wanted to move out of this small town at some point. And I started working in Boston, and I want to move closer, but the prices in Massachusetts and Boston were so outrageous. Right. So somebody mentioned to me one time, like, why don't you look into Rhode Island? I'm like, I never thought about it. Let me start looking. And then every week for like 2 months, I'll just, on my days off, I'll drop my daughter in school, and then I would just take a drive down to Rhode Island, and it would go to like different towns and then check them out. So I did that for about 2 months, I want to say. I would come down here, check out one town or the other, and then I started at the border with Worcester, just made my way down, and then I figured I had to be on this side of Rhode Island because I was commuting to Boston. So then I found Warren, and I fell in love with it, with the Warren Barrington. I was like, this is it, I need to live here. So I went home, I picked up my daughter, and I was like, I want to take you on a ride with mommy. I wanted to see something. Let's see if you like this place. So I drove down, and of course I was very strategic when I brought her to the playground at the beach in the water, because I was like, there's no way she's gonna say no. Like I'm gonna totally set her up to say yes.
Yeah.
So I brought her to the playground, and she's like, this is amazing. Can we live here? And I was like, as a matter of fact, we can. I'm actually looking. She was like, that would be awesome.
Oh, that's so
awesome. And I was like, well, what are you gonna do with your friends? She was like, I'll always make new friends. Can we just live here now? And I was like, yes, we can.
I love that. So she's the impetus behind Little Maven Lemonade and supporter of your move to Barrington.
And then I was looking for signs. I'm like, am I making the right decision? I'm making the right move. And I was like, give me a sign, God. And I drove by Hope in Maine. And I was like, oh, let me look into this place. And then once I found out there was a food incubator, and that's a place that we could be and start and really take the business to the next level. I'm like, this is it. This is all the sign that I needed. We are moving, and we're taking the business serious, and we are getting it off the ground. So that's how it started.
I love that story. Started with the seed of a lemon,
Yes.
maybe. Now, where can people buy Little Maven Lemonade?
So right now, you can buy it online on our website, which is littlemavenlemonade.com. You can also buy through What's Good and Market Mobile. We are also available at Lee's Market in Westport, Clemens Market, and a few of the farm markets around here in Massachusetts. We are also available at the Concord Market in the North Shore. So the North Shore seems to have a lot of our lemonades now. And we are still expanding and growing, and hopefully by July we can be in 10 other stores around here.
Awesome. And this perfect segue into your next major project, which blew me away when I heard about it. But Mariana is starting a weekly event at Police Cove in Barrington, an underused, beautiful space that now is literally going to come alive every Friday, 4 to 8. There will be food trucks, music, and more, and lemonade garden and beer garden, to my knowledge. And so let's dive right into what led you to bring this project to fruition, because you are the one body that truly made this happen.
Yeah, well, I've known that the place was underused. I didn't realize that the Cove actually was built and designed to host food trucks. So when they built the park, the idea was to have food trucks, have this splash pad for the kids. Like every light pole at the park has the food truck outlets, because there's a special outlet they need to use. So it was built for that purpose, but it was never used for the purpose that was built. And I'm part of the planning board and the economic development board. And then once we were looking into our neighboring towns like Warren and Bristol, and between sales and events and the things that they do, we don't even come close to where they are. And you can't get to Warren and Bristol without going through Barrington.
True.
And if we are leaving Barrington to go to those places, I think it's time that we need to start adding Barrington as a part of that community, the East Bay community, with the events and the sales and the support, the stronger support for small business and for community building and community events. So Barrington doesn't stay like, the middle child per se, standing in the middle of those towns, East Providence, Warren and Bristol, without not having a say or not having something to do. So I've been thinking about this. It was a way of through the Take It Outside program that kind of gave me the idea that, bringing some of the business out there, do something weekly where people could walk around, and still be outside and still not be so cooped up in the houses or in quarantine. And that would be a way to help the business out too. Okay. But it was too complicated of a logistics. A lot of the business were already struggling with hiring people or having the restaurants to stay open, for them to take that and then put it somewhere else.
It's an added stress.
Yeah, it's an added stress to a different location. So then the more I thought about it, I was like, okay, then we need to wait until summer. It'll be better. I'll see how things go. And now with the mask lift, with the high rate of vaccination, I thought this would be the summer to have that started. But I wasn't sure how I want to do it. At first, I was just like, let's just throw a couple food trucks. I'm in the industry, so let's just call a few people, just throw a couple food trucks in there, bi-weekly, and some lawn chairs, and I can put the lemonade stand there. We're good. But then as I was researching more and looking into what I want that to look like, how do I bring the community together, then we need more than that. It can't just simply be park 2 food trucks and good luck to you.
Yeah.
So my idea was to really create a multicultural space that we can not only have the people from the community here, but we can invite people from outside to come in and see Barrington in a different light. And I think that is the main piece, that to bring change and for us to become part of the East Bay destination, as I say.
As a whole.
As a whole, we need outside people coming in and seeing us in a different light. to make us a part of that, and we need the community to realize to come in together and make that happen. So I'm just putting the event together, but it's the community who's going to make it happen.
Okay.
So however the event goes in terms of turnout and the atmosphere and how we move forward with the other events is really going to be dictated by how the community is responding and what they want to see. How is it working? Are we coming together with a purpose of gathering and getting to know each other and being open-minded to welcoming other people that don't look like Barringtonites, like myself, other immigrants, people of color, LGBTQ communities. Can we open our space to be a destination with our neighboring towns and be a part of the collective community building that is happening right now?
Oh, I love it. And to do so in a fun, festive fashion, which we've been deprived of for over a year. So, I'm just so honored to have you in my kitchen because of the rain this morning. And just to encourage folks to check out Little Maven Lemonade and to also make an effort to get to the gatherings. Courtyard at the Cove. It's going to start July 16th, 4 to 8 p.m. And like I said, it'll be a space to celebrate inclusion in a multicultural, in fun way, and a great way to bring us all together with some great food and beverages there
and
too.
Every week we're going to have like a different region theme, a different multicultural theme. So the first event is going to be a South American theme, Central American theme. So we're going to have Jamaican food, so the Jamaican patties. We're going to have tacos. We are going to have a DJ playing music and a lot of the Latin music. And then at the end, so always at the end, the last hour, we will have live entertainment. So whether it's going to be just a musical guest, or it's going to be like a dance workshop, or drumming, something of that nature. So the first one, we're gonna have the bachata and salsa lessons to close the event.
That's
and
awesome.
Then just transform that into a big block party at the end.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, I applaud you, Mariana. You're truly trying to make better happen here. And,
Thank you.
I give you huge congrats for that. So folks, definitely check out both Little Maven Lemonade and also the upcoming events at Police Cove. Mariana said that she has a great a Facebook page about the event. Okay.
So you can look it up on Facebook. If you just search the Courtyard, the Cove, the event dates will pop up, and you can just confirm there and let us know. Because for the first week we already have about almost 200 people interested in confirming that they're coming. So it might be really big.
It's gonna be huge.
Other thing I want to mention is parking.
Yes.
So the parking for the event, parking is very limited at the Police Cove. And we are going to still be allowing parking there, but most likely it will be gone within the first few minutes. But people can park at the church downtown and take the bike path and walk. People can park at the
St.
Shaw's
John's
Plaza.
Church.
Yeah, you can park at St. John's Church. You can park at the Shaw's Plaza, and then just walk along the bike path will bring you right into the Police Cove. So walking and biking is highly encouraged for everybody.
Yes, and to my knowledge, there's no parking on Mathewson, so definitely hit Shaw's or St. John's. I was going to ask you that. Great feedback. And if you have content you want to share for me to push out on Park Bench Barrington, please do so. I'm doing Park Bench Barrington to support amazing people like Mariana who are making a difference here in our community. Until then, keep supporting local, and I'll see you all at the Cove. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me.